Morning, guys. Jim Faulhaber, South Florida Power Wash. Been around since 1981. Probably getting sick of hearing that. This is, I think, one of my favorite tips that's worked for me really well over the years. How many times have we taken a hose and we go, dang, that hose is expensive, and you go out there and you repair it for $8 or $9 or $10, $14, something like that. And you take it out in the field and it's already broke once, maybe twice, and you hate to throw that darn hose away. So you spend that money, you take the time to go get that fixed, and it breaks on you 10 minutes into the job and you're 300 feet back, and well, that's just plain frustrating. So this is a great tip. So I like to use reusable hose fittings whenever I can. And one thing I've noticed since 1981 is the hose cover has gotten cheaper. The hose that I used to use just had a better rubber cover and used to grip really well with the reusables. So you have to make sure you're using a good hose for these things to work. So anyway, I want to point out a couple things. Here you see some hose end fittings protectors right here, okay? And this one right here is the standard one as you see it on the hose, which I save. This one right here has a saw mark on it. That's a 1 mark, 2 marks, okay? That designates how many times the hose is broken. And also you're going to see here I've got a couple reusable fittings, and I have not taken off my socket. I have not taken off the plug, and those are ready to go. I want to point out that there's some really lousy reusable fittings out there. And as you can see, that's stripped. Stripped all in there. This is garbage. So I saved it for the demonstration. This is more expensive, right around $12 to $14, $15 or so. A good hydraulic supply place can get these for you. They probably have them. And it's a 3/8 hose repair kit is what it is. So what I do is my hose just breaks. Now I don't like to buy 50-foot sections of hose. I like 100-footers. If my hose breaks at 85 feet down the line, I will cut it in half, and I will make a 15-footer, and I will also make an 85-footer. Sometimes you need that extra 15 feet. I keep it coiled up on the side of my trailer, someplace off to the side, and when I need that little section, I'll grab it, use it when I need it, and then park it, put it away. A lot of times, if the hose is old and it breaks at 85 feet, and I repair it, I might throw away that 15-foot section and have an 85-footer. So it gives me that option. But if I blow the hose 5 or 10 minutes into the job, it doesn't hurt because I repaired it. And the repairs don't take long. So here's a scenario. I break a hose and I cut it. I can use a hacksaw, I can use a wire wheel, a cutting wheel, a Dremel, or whatever. And I have a raw end of the hose. I like to flush out the hose with water to get the rubber out of there, because sometimes it stops up surface cleaner tips. So I've got a raw tip, or a raw end of the hose, and let's just say I want to put on a female end, okay? Now let's just say it's the first time this hose is broken. I take off the hose protector, I grab for the one that has a 1 notch on it, I slide it on the hose, and that's my indicator. I grab the hose repair kit, and I can literally, with my hand, grab the high pressure hose and spin it on, maybe torque it on with a socket till it bottoms out right there. You'll feel it. It'll go on and keep going to the point where it bottoms out. Then I will back it away just slightly because it wants to mushroom. Once it's done that, I'll put it in the vise, pop this in, screw it down. It's starting to get tight because this is now pushing right up the middle of the hose. It's a 2-piece. You can see it right there. You can see where it's starting to force the hose outward into those grooves. And you like to try to get it to bottom out all the way. Bing. Okay. Now that we have that right there, this is now a usable hose I put back on my hose reel, and it's got a notch on it, so I can tell at a glance that this is broken 1 time. Okay? I just want to point out one more thing. At what point do you throw away your hose? Well, I have one machine that's a 24 horsepower. I've got a retirement rig is what I call it. Got a 24 horsepower, 8 gallon a minute, 3,400 PSI or so is what it does. And then I've got another machine that's about an 8 gallon a minute with a 13 horsepower Honda. That gets maybe 1,800 PSI. If my hose is broken twice, I will save that high pressure hose and fix it again and put it on that smaller machine, because I'm putting out less pressure. So combined with the pressure of that machine, as well as a flow activated unloader, I can get another month's use out of that hose possibly without throwing it away. This has been a huge money saver over the years. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. Have a great day.